Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this latest episode of the Madeira Career Mode with me, time.The. Obviously, last time it didn't go too well. The worst episode of the career so far in terms of live streaming. We had back-to-back defeats, which hasn't happened with Madeira so far. As well as a 1-0 win the first game against Braga. Today, we really need to make up the ground. We really need to try and get 3 wins out of 3 if we can. May even squeeze in a 4th, but probably just the 3 games today. So it's going to be the first game up against Belenenses, who, if I can remember, aren't doing great. They're sort of mid-table in the league. Then we have the bottom side, Rio Ave, away, before Benfica, the toughest game, home. If we have a look quickly, though, at the player stats, Belenenses are actually, not as bad as maybe you would think. They've got... Where is he? Oh, there they are. Juan and Silva, 6 goals apiece. We've only got 1 man in there, and that's Will Keane, who's bang out of form at the moment. He's got 8 goals. As you can see, Benfica got later on, got Matroglu, who's bagged 10 so far. In terms of assists, they're not doing too bad. Sturgeon, I don't think it's Nicola, but... Sturgeon's in there with 5. Scout report from this month from Petira. I don't know. He's out in England for us. We haven't actually done any scouting throughout this whole thing so far. We basically haven't had the money. I invested a bit in like Vitor Gomez and players like that, and haven't really looked, to be fair, at the future, which is a bit silly of me, I know. But we'll have a look here. We've got Keaton Harriet, only potential of 69, possibly not good enough, and again not good enough really. Regan Harold, yeah, well, we'll continue scouting them, but I don't think we'll be signing either of those players up. As I said, we're short on money, so we need to be careful who we do sign. Anyway, let's advance through. It is another big game, despite the opposition. We do need points, we need the win. Their flags, proud of their team. And, why shouldn't they be proud of their team? Absolutely achieving so far above what they're expecting. As you can see, same team as last time. Tom Hay. Hopefully we get the best from him today. I didn't think it was the best game from him last time. Our visitors here at the Centro Desportivo de Madeira are Belenenses. I have to say I don't really recognise any of their players. Sturgeon on the wing, I think... He's got a lot of hair, that's about all I remember. Brando and Tanel, they've been, and Gerard, 3 of that back 4 have been sent off this season. Hopefully they'll get sent off again and make it a little bit easier for us here in this home game. The referee, Alfonso Secretario, Portuguese ref. It'll be the away side by the look of it, they're going to kick us off. And off we go. First game of the episode. Can Madeira get back to winning ways? Can they break this losing streak, you could almost say? It's it was a difficult time in the last episode. We need to really try and dictate the play a bit more. Good, looking good though. That's a foul. It is a foul. Well done. Yeah, if you're talking Southend, everything will go up. Madeira on here can't actually go up. Champions League. That's the aim for Madeira at the moment. And we've got a chance here. Tom Hay over the free kick. Well, we'll let him take it. It's not a bad ball. Diaz is under it. He scored! Brilliant start. 14 minutes in. Danilo Diaz, who hasn't really been playing too well recently, strikes for Madeira. Brilliant stuff. I was just saying, Tom Hay doesn't normally take free kicks. He should be taking them more often. Brilliant ball in. His first assist at the club. Diaz... It's a decent header. Yeah, perhaps you can argue the keeper should do better. But we're not too worried. It's exactly the start we needed after back-to-back defeats. The fans are loving it. Danilo Diaz with his 4th goal of the season after 15 minutes. Perhaps the change in fortune that we were so desperately hoping for. Into Vitor Gomez, into Johnson Clark Harris and Milton. This time maybe... Oh my God, how's that not gone in? Has it gone off for a corner this time? It has. Diaz will whip it in. Decent ball. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Vitor Gomez down. Shayu. Does that hit the post? I think it might clip the post. Great early play though. The boys... maybe just. Maybe not. The boys really trying to make up for the disappointment in their last episode of back-to-back defeats. This is what we need to be careful of. We're doing what I'm saying, what I wanted us to do, and dictating play, but this is dangerous. He's put it over the bar. I thought that was heading top corner for a second, but the first time in the whole game they got forward, it wasn't actually that far away in the end. Outside of the boot, outside of the boot shot. In the end, slipped into Diaz. Oh, glides past men and hits the post. I thought that was going to be number 2. It was beautiful play from Danilo Diaz. He seems to be hitting top form again in this game, and he was just inches away from making it 2 on the stroke of half time.
He spotted a teammate and he's got the technique as well as the vision to switch the play.
Belenenses trying to get one last attack in.
Well, there's a quick throw on here.
But that's it. The half-time whistle blows. Madeira have been completely dominant in this first half. Actually, that wasn't Shayu, because Shayu's here. Get back on side of Milton. He is on side now. If he can cut past this man. Curly. Oh, he's deflected it. Nearly went in the top corner. Oh, that would have been very unfair on them, but... oh, good save. Sprung away well. Nothingness, and we don't want to let them back in this game. Well done, Clark Harris. Trying to shift it back onto his favoured right foot. Oh, that was going top corner. Keeper sprung away really well. Johnson Clark Harris has had a poor game really, but he pulls the best out of the keeper there. Seaman-esque ponytail. Diaz with another corner. It's back post. Can Shayu get up and win it? That's Shayu there, isn't it? Oh no, Shayu here. Shayu everywhere in my eyes. Ferreira get goal side. He hasn't. He still hasn't. How has he not won the ball there? Great save, Godinho. How Thiago? I was desperately trying to get him goal side. It just wouldn't let me. And Belenenses put a top save out of Godinho. It was Sturgeon, that man that I spoke about earlier, one of the top assisters. Kusunga, immense at the back. No, he's blown the whistle. Thank God for that. They were just about to have a shot there. That could have ruined a very good display. Instead, it's just the one goal, but we'll take it. Tom Hay has been a big influence today. Got the assist. They're fairly happy. I think they would have preferred to see a few more goals than Madeira fans, and to be fair, we should have got them. Completely dominant in that first half. You know, combination of poor shooting and good work from the keeper kept them in it, and to be fair to them, second half they did come back and play better, but we have done the business today. Danilo Diaz's early strike, the difference between 4th place Madeira and mid-table Belenenses. I'm going to give man the match to Kusunga, our captain. He got one only a few games ago. He's been playing very well lately, and at the end there, those clearing headers, they were falling to our players normally. You know, he was getting up, he wasn't letting them have any chances of flicking it on or getting a header in. He did really well there towards the end to keep them out. Okay, fairly quiet first half, but second half he had to come alive, and he was commanding again. And I think he fully deserves man of the match for this game. I will give second place to Tom Hay. I'll go with Tom Hay. They gave him man of the match. He did have a very good game. Very influential in that midfield. Obviously assisted the goal. And I'm going to give Diaz. I'll give the goal scorer. We'll pick up a point in this one. Much better than the last few games. He'll pick up the points. So 3 points for Kusunga, 2 for Tom Hay, and 1 for Vitor Gomez. in that race to be Madeira Player of the Season. Brightner is back from injury. Returns from injury up to you, he's back. We'll have a look at how his condition is, but that's a big news for us. We've missed him while he's been away. We will just check the league table before we get into the next game. As you can see, we are back up into third, and Benfica, they must have lost again. They're still in fourth, Benfica. Ooh, Amori and 18 up to 40. They're only 6 points behind them. Interesting. Okay. And in terms of above that, Sporting on 55 and Porto on 53. If we weren't to win this, I think we will be out. We just have to keep winning now to hang on to the coattails of those top two now. The second game today, we travel away to Rio Ave at the Arena Douro is where they play apparently. You can see the Madeira fans there in the corner. There's the Rio Ave fans. It's not been a great season for them. They're rock bottom, 4 wins all season. They're not having a great time of it by any stretch of the imagination. 15 defeats, more than any other team in this division. But as I said, we come here and we can't take anything for granted. We have to come here, we have to play our best, and win the game. You know, even if we're forgetting about the title, even thinking just Champions League football. If you're going to be in the Champions League, you've got to come here and beat the bottom team. We'll have a look at their team. They do have Helder Postiga up front. That's the team that have them. Helden, though, is their top scorer. He's got about 6 or 7 goals this season on the left wing there. Not really recognising any other names, but Helder Postiga, a legend amongst Portuguese football. You know, big player back in the day. As you can see, it's the same team for us that beat Belenenses at home by a goal to 0. You'd hope we'd beat Rio Ave by more, but the last time I beat them, we only beat them by a goal to 0 as well. That was actually the opening day of the season, my first game with Madeira. I wasn't broadcasting at the time. From what I can remember, though, it was a pretty nip and tuck game, like there wasn't much in it. So it is going to be a tough game. We can't expect to roll over them. You know, we haven't really done that to any team. Pacos Ferreira is the only one. We beat them 5-0. Otherwise, we haven't really had that, or haven't really had any convincing wins. So, if we could get a convincing win, that'd be amazing. But I'd be happy just a simple 1-0, and we carry on into the Benfica game. Here we go, another chance into Gomez. Ooh, oh, he's got the ball. Can he slip it? Clark Harris, get there. No. Shayu drags it. It should be 1-0. That's quite poor. Shayu, actually, well, no, Clark Harris should have scored the initial one. It's a difficult shot in the end for Shayu, but Gomez slipping it. Oh, nearly. And again, Hamilton. Oh, somebody go for the. Oh, how have they managed to clear that? Straight to the feet of Lima, really laying on the pressure now. Shayu, back to Tom Hay. We need somebody to make the run. Milton, foul? Surely that was a foul. Don't really see why he'd slip over otherwise. Milton keeps it in. Tom Hay gets past one. Shayu, well done. Pull it back. Gomez. That should have been a goal. Stroke at half time. There's both of them. Hands on knees. Should I hit it first time? I don't know. They did well to block it, to be fair. Diaz, ball in, Ferreira under it. Nope, simple catch. And there's the half-time whistle. Frustrating first half. It has been mainly us. They've done a little bit better than Belenenses did, but you know, that final finish, that final pass, it's just not quite there. Paulinho, fill in for Ferreira. Please do not let them win this game. Bad enough that we're probably only going to get a point, let alone lose it. 2 minutes added time. And come forward.
Here's a chance from the corner.
And full time goes the worst game of the season so far. Rio Ave 0, Madeira 0. There's not really much more to say. Just terrible, really, from both sides, to be honest. You know, neither side really look like winning it. They're bottom for a reason, you can see why, and we're just poor. We're poor right now. We're really, even though we won that last game and played well in patches, there's just nothing really. There's nothing in this team going forward. I'm going to go Tom Hay number 1. Better write it down. Don't really see the point. None of them really deserve it. Who was that? Pen stopped working. Rio Ave. So Hay gets number 1. Gonna go with Clark Harris number 2, and Sheyu as number 3. Yeah. The less said about that game, the better. We'll advance through. We'll play Benfica. I don't normally drink and play FIFA, but I've got a nice little cider just to soothe my sorrows after that pretty terrible game. We are here. We are back home at the Centro Desportivo de Madeira, and welcoming the giants of Portuguese football and the giants in the old days of European football, Benfica. It was, I think we beat them. I think we did beat them away from home, if I remember correctly. We have done very well against the big teams in general this season. If we could do that again, we would move 6 points clear of them with a win. There is their man to watch. Apparently he scored no goals this season. Gaitan hasn't scored a goal. That is a surprise. Anyway, still the man to watch for them. He is a talented player. There is our team. There are some changes today. Unusually, we've had to shuffle the pack a bit because of fatigue. So Ruben Andrada, Cardoso, Keasley and Martins are all in. Tom Hay, Milton, Diaz and Clark Harris are all out. Benfica, there is their team. Julio Cesar in goal. They've got Mitroglou and Jonas up front, 2 very experienced strikers. Gaitan on the left, Elisu left back, young promising player. They've got a lot of talent there, and are, as you would expect, well up in the table. But we are ahead of them going into this home fixture. If we avoid defeat, it will stay that way. Arquibaldo Pombal is the referee for this one. It's going to be Benfica that will kick things off here. Can Madeira keep another clean sheet? They're looking for a 3rd clean sheet in a row. And after those back feats, can they keep this good run that they're back on going? Lovely play. Ruben Andrada, the club legend, seeing it on. Cardoso, have we got some support? We have. Paulinho is over. Ball in. And it's a goal! Elio Martins back in the starting lineup and back on the score sheet. A terrific ball from Paulinho on the right. And Madeira lead against Benfica. What a start. 9 minutes in. It was really well worked. And Martins powers home the header. That is what you get with Elio Martins in the team. You get that aerial presence. You can whip those balls in, and you know he'll get something on it, and he has powered this one into the bottom corner. Cesar, no chance. Martins, 3rd of the season. He's not been prolific, that's why he's been out of the squad for so long. But I've given him a chance today, shuffled the pack, and so far the cards have been laid out perfectly for us. Good early play. Oh, burst through the gap. Ruben Andrada! Save from Cesar. Terrific stuff from the club legend. So close to making it 2. Good play. Looks a bit of a nothing winger, doesn't he? Awesome defending to do Paulinho. Oh, jeez. First time Benfica are threatened, and it was so nearly a goal. I think that's Jonas that was on the end of it. Got ahead of Paulinho. Gudino wouldn't have stood a chance. It was Jonas with a shot. Oh, jeez! I thought it was having to skip. I looked away from the screen as I pressed it. I was thinking I was skipping. Bloody hell! I nearly gave them a goal. Balls and try and run clear, but none of our strikers really quick enough to do that. Interesting header there. And half-time whistle blows. Benfica trail at União de Madeira. A nice early goal again. We've had quite a few of them in recent games. And Elio Martins back in the starting lineup and back in the goals. His header at the moment is the difference between the two sides. Ruben Andrada, some defending to do. Save from Godinho instead. First time they've really pulled a big save out of Godinho in this game. Just a few minutes into the second half, it was going in that bottom corner. Big save. Gaitan with the shot. As we saw, he hasn't scored yet this season. We're hoping today isn't his day. Just so players are a bit more aware. Oh no, don't let him shoot. Save Godinho. He's got to be world class and legendary. That sort of distance, these sort of teams can bang them in. Godinho does well to save it. I am going to shift into defensive, just because it's turning against us a little bit. Kisley is very big, to be fair. Oh, great tackle, Kisley. Keep it in. Slip it. Lovely. Cardoso scores! 2-0. Surely Madeira are going to be taking home the points against Benfica. The youngster, the 21-year-old who's on loan here, has scored. He's had so little game time. But with players tired, he's been given his chance and he's taken it as well. Two players who have been really just pushed aside, basically, have both shown and both said to me, I'm here and I want that place. Credit to him. Miguel Cardoso may well have given us 3 points against Benfica. Oh, Kisley, yes. Oh, yes, Martins. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's great stuff. Oh, he's found Martins as well. Bang it. Oh, it's a great shot. Great save from Cesar. How the hell we worked that, I don't know. We're playing so much better in this game. It feels like the old Madeira again. The change-up has really helped us, I think. Those fresh legs, those fresh faces, fresh ideas. Just fresh.
Right away, they're playing again.
They're running into the corner. They're trying to help us. How has he scored? Well, I thought we'd won that header. What has happened here? No, he's got in between the two of them. Just miscommunication between Gaitan as well. We've let him get his first goal of the season. And that is it. It literally was the last kick of the game. It's a brilliant result. Forget that goal at the end. It's a great result. And a really good display as well. You know, as I was saying in the first game against Belenenses, you know, it's more the result that matters, but it's nice to play well, and today we did. Miguel Cardoso especially had a very good game. Very impressed by him in the whole. He played a part in the first goal from Elio Martins and got himself on the score sheet as well with a very assured finish. He should be pleased, the loanee. I think he's on loan from Porto, but I'm not sure, but he should be very pleased. Good display, good result. You have to award a man of the match, and I mentioned his name a couple of times in the game. He set up the winning, what proved to be the winning goal in the end from Cardoso. Man of the match for this one goes to the club legend Ruben Andrada. He had such a good game. He wasn't actually playing in that holding midfield. Most of the game he was alongside Vitor Gomez. Just that change up late on. But yeah, Ruben Andrade, superb today. You need somebody that's going to control the ball and just, say, let's take a second, and he did that. I think he's 33 years old, but great display. Well done, Ruben Andrade. The boss, Ruben Silva, gives Ruben Andrade man of the match. Second place is going to go to Godinho. I think it's a very good display from him today. Goalkeepers often get a high mark in FIFA, just for not really doing too much. But today he did earn that 8.4 FIFA game man of the match. I don't think he was quite man of the match, but I think definitely second place today for him. And third place I'm going to give to the goal scorer Miguel Cardoso, the winger on loan, had a really good game today. Played a part in the first goal and obviously dispatched that second one really well. But just good runs, good movement. Much more what we want to see down that right wing. Emilson in the last game was awful, but Cardoso today, the 21-year-old, showed him how that should be played. So let's have a look at that table one last time before we end this episode. Sporting Lisbon top, 58 points from 26 games. Porto giving chase, 56 points from 26 games. Of course, we've beaten Porto twice, so if they'd won one against us or even got a point against one of us, it would be even tighter up there at the top. But instead, they trailed them by 2 points. We are still only 6 points behind the leaders. We are still in contention for this title, I think. Based on the games we've got left, I don't think you can rule us out, especially with having such a good defence as well. Okay, our goal difference isn't as good as the two above us, or even Benfica's, but I think we're still in contention. Fourth place Benfica, who I'm guessing would have to qualify for the Champions League. Not really sure how it works in terms of that, but they are now 6 points behind us. We will bring the episode to an end. Do subscribe on Twitch, Tibin27. Subscribe on YouTube, the channel, Tibin27. And follow me on Twitter for all the updates as to when I'm going to live stream and, any YouTube highlights are up, etc. That is at Tibin27. Thank you very much if you've been watching now or if you're watching in the future. But for now, it's Tibin27